Measles have become nationwide. One case was recently diagnosed in the Twin Cities. Just in time for the school year to start, Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz talks to the experts about the importance of vaccinations.
Almost all the persons who have been afflicted with measles in the United States have either been unvaccinated or undervaccinated for age.
North Dakota hasn't seen a case of the measles since 2011. But the CDC says from the beginning of January up to mid-July, 107 cases were reported across 21 states in the U.S.
In 2000, a panel of experts declared the endemic transmission of measles in the United States had been eradicated.
So then, how are we still seeing so many cases?
Almost all of our cases are imported from other countries.
And that was the case earlier this week in Minnesota, when a Hennepin County child was diagnosed after returning from Africa. Shirley Dykeshorn with Lutheran Social Services tells me the vaccine requirements for those entering the country are just as tight.
They require immunization records to be up to date and those immunizations to be secured.
So how are people getting out of vaccinations?
If you've got people that move frequently, there's a chance that they might have not kept up to date.
Some kids, when they move, they either forget to bring their records with them, or it's harder for us to, they may be in different states, and sometimes it's hard for us to acquire those records.
And as students head back to school, the vaccine is required here in both North Dakota and Minnesota. But there are some exemptions. One is for religion. Another is medical.
People who are receiving chemotherapy for cancers or certain kinds of immunosuppressants.
But Dr. Moriello says one thing that shouldn't be a factor.
There is no connection at all between measles, mumps, rubella, and autism. That's been thoroughly looked at in the literature, and there is no connection whatsoever.
The MMR vaccination rate here in North Dakota for kindergartners is nearly at 95% this year.
It's obviously good news. We'd like to see about a 95% coverage rate because then that indicates that we will have herd immunity where we're protecting others around us.
Which is why doctors stress the importance of vaccinations.
Measles can kill you. The decision to remain unvaccinated is a decision to leave yourself or your child at risk for death or disability.
Rose Itzkovitz, Valley News Live.
We're told measles vaccinations are 95 to 98% successful when given both doses. And while measles cases this year are on track to surpass last year's numbers, they are still down from 2014. That year saw the highest numbers in recent years at more than 650 cases.